Yo, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email and it says, hey, Locario, I have two questions. The first one is, if your needs are not being met after you told them what they are and she doesn't fulfill them, should you charge her to the game? And the second one is, if you're charging someone to the game, do you tell them or do you just ignore them and don't say anything? I appreciate what you do, sir. Thanks. All right. So your first question, your first one, you were saying, if your needs aren't being met, you told her you want to do something, she ain't doing it. Should you charge it to the game? Yes, you should. I tell you guys a lot of times, don't waste time with these women. If a chick wants you, if a chick is going to cooperate, she's going to do that. It's going to be easy for you. It's not going to be like you're pulling teeth to make stuff happen. And if you're dealing with a girl who is, not cooperating and shit isn't going the way you want it to go, then call it a day with her. You understand? And again, this is why I tell you guys to talk to a lot of women and deal with a lot of women, because when you do, that makes it easier for you to make that happen. It makes it easier for you to charge to the game. Now, your second part of your question, you were saying, should you tell her you're going to charge her or should you just ignore her, right? Now, I prefer to let the chick know. If I'm like really going to charge this chick to the game, I prefer to let her know, like, listen, this shit ain't working out. Peace out. You understand? And this is, and this also depends on the frequency of how much you and her are speaking. Do you understand? So let's say this is a girl that you sort of see her probably like once or twice a week or whatever. Y'all, you hit her up, she hits you back. This is a girl you're consistently sort of seeing, so you have some sort of like, communication going on between you. With that, you understand, it's best to let her know, because it's going to seem kind of weird where you guys are communicating back and forth, and then all of a sudden you just, you stop calling her for a couple of days and she hits you back, she hollers at you and you ignore her. And then she's going to be like, yo, what the fuck? And she's probably going to keep trying to, hit you up a little, a couple more times. And, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, you want to say, listen, this shit ain't working out. You understand? You got to keep it moving. You understand? So you let her know that, it's not going to go down. Now, if you're in a situation where, let's say, you're dealing with a chick who you sort of just started seeing, you might hit her up here, she might hit you up there, whatever, but y'all don't have this consistent, communication going on. And let's say it's a chick, maybe you smashed once or something like that, and, you're trying to make something happen, but it's sort of not really happening. You're sort of not hearing from her. It's been like a week or two since y'all, been talking. At that point, you could ignore her, you understand, if you want, because it's not like I have that sort of chemistry where y'all are talking and communicating with each other on a consistent basis anyway. So in that situation, you can ignore her, because if if you haven't seen a chick in like 2 weeks, you understand, or you haven't really spoken or whatever, or y'all were trying to make something happen, but she's been kind of flaky, and then you haven't heard from her in a week or two, whatever, you don't need to technically, text her or call her to say, hey, I'm done, I'm not going to see you anymore, because you weren't really texting her or seeing her anyway, because it was almost like it was fizzling out anyway. So in that situation, you can sort of just let it go. You understand? You don't even need to like hit her up to let her know. You could just sort of ignore her, and then if she is, if she's not really into you, you're probably not going to hear from her again anyway. But, let's say you do hear from her. At that point, then, let's say you hear from her, she gives you a call or she texts you, whatever, trying to get together. It's been like 3 weeks or whatever. She's trying to get together, but you're really not trying to make something happen. Then it's best at that point to be like, listen, shit, it's not really going to work out. You understand? Now, the thing I want to tell you guys also, is that, when you're dealing with women, sometimes you're going to get in those situations where you feel like, hey, this chick is on some whatever shit. I'm going to just charge it to the game. I'm going to dump her. It's over. I'm not even going to really, I'm not going to call her again, whatever, and all this other stuff, right? So sometimes what it is that, like I'm saying, you can tell her, hey, look, it's a wrap, right? But what you want to do sometimes is you can leave the shit sort of open-ended, meaning that you don't necessarily tell her it's over, you understand? But you just sort of leave it like out in the open, meaning, you know, it's almost like you kind of ignore her at this point. So while you're ignoring her, you haven't really spoken to her. You haven't really told her, hey, it's over, because at some point she might hit you up. And depending on how you feel about that girl, like let's say the situation was, you know, like she, you know, you was trying to have sex with her or whatever again. And, you know, she was, you know, being all like flaky or whatever. Right. And then let's say, you know, you ignored her. You didn't call her to say it's over. Y'all didn't have that talk where you're like, I'm gone or whatever. Let's say you just sort of just stop calling her. And then she hits you back one day and she's like, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to come over? Right. So now that you didn't technically charge her to the game, you feel what I'm saying? Then that means that that means that you can still go over and make something happen because she's hitting you back and, you know, and things could go down. So it's sort of like you're on sort of like soft charging her. You understand? So it's kind of like you ignored her. You're like, okay, she's in the background. And then she hits you up one day and then she says, hey, come over and do something. So she's actually giving you or doing what you wanted to do in the first place, but you didn't totally charge her. So now she still feels, you know, okay to call you, right? So that's the thing where if you ignore her to a certain extent and don't really say anything, you can still have a chance to work out later on, right? But again, if you want to just get rid of her, you're like, this chick is psycho, she's crazy, I'm not trying to fuck with her ever, then I suggest you hit her up and, you know, tell her like, look, it's a wrap. So you don't have to worry about her trying to hit you up and call you back. And in some cases, they still will hit you up and call you back, even if you say, yo, I'm not really trying to do this shit no more, right? But at that point, if they do that, then you definitely just, you know, ignore them and just keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, click the link below, and I will holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.